guess before we go off, there's some things we need to talk about. First, I have a question. Why'd you choose the name Fireline anyway? Obviously, you didn't want me to know it was you, but I would assume if you met anybody else, they would call you Fireline.
I mean, I don't even know why.
Wait.
Oh,
are
crap.
you trying to do the thing that I would do?
What?
I mean, nobody knows my real name. I'm just a doctor. Were you trying to do that? Were you trying to copy me, son?
No.
I mean, it's okay. I can call you Fire if you want sometime.
Okay, maybe.
Maybe a little bit.
Maybe I got a little bit of influence.
I think that's kind of funny.
I don't think it's quite a bad thing.
True. Now,
it's actually decent because, like, what if somebody just like breaks in if they find the corners to the Oh, wait a minute.
what is the last thing that you remember before you left home? I'm assuming you remember me saying goodbye to you.
Yeah.
And saying that one day I will come back, correct?
Yeah, I don't think you ever came back.
That still happened. Do you remember if Junior followed me shortly after I left? Or
I think
you
he
guys
did.
stayed on Earth for a while before he came?
Did he come? Because I forget.
Memories might be different, which means...
Because I'm pretty sure he came with you.
Okay.
Or did he come... I think he might have came a little bit after.
I'm assuming you want some answers as to the reason, the full reason why I left.
Yes.
You see, you're my son, Layton. But at the same time, I don't really know how to explain this correctly, but you're not my Layton. You see, a long time ago, you had white hair, you had horns. Be back, I'd say, about 2 weeks from your perspective, okay? So, there you go.
Okay.
Dad, no, Dad, wait. I wanna come with you.
Can't.
You can't, it's too dangerous. I just grab you by your head.
You're a nice boy, you're 7 years old. And then I made a mistake. I wanted to save your mom from dying, so I went back in time to try and save her. But because when I went back to save her, it changed everything. And in doing so, changed the point of conception. Now, obviously, we're not going to go into details, and I'm assuming you know about the birds and bees, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, well, you see, if the point of conception changes, then the child changes. I hope you understand that.
Yes, I do.
Okay, so I accidentally changed the point of your conception. Therefore, you were born as a different person. And then I kept going back in time trying to change that over and over again to get the original you back, and I couldn't. So I ended up with you having yellow hair, and I didn't know what to do, and I felt lost. So I decided to leave both you and Junior. And I felt it would be better if I wasn't a part of your guys' lives. Okay? I'm glad you're here.
Okay.
But at the same time, I'm just a little bit sad that I had to leave you.
So, basically what you're telling me is you left us because you felt basically depressed. And instead of... Well, guilty, depressed, yeah. So basically, you tried to go back in time to save her mom. And then
Yes.
basically,
In
you
doing
got the
so,
wrong
I-
me. Layton because that stuff. And now we're here.
I mean, you're still my son. You are. You were literally born of my DNA and hers. It's just, originally, you weren't supposed to be. If that makes any sense. I know that must be hard to hear. Horrible. It's not that I don't appreciate you, I do. It's just, I feel guilty I have the one that I knew lost. Therefore, I know nothing about you, really. Because I left after that. But, I mean, maybe this could be our... I'm basically saying I'm a bad father, alright? But, if you can put that aside, could we...
You sure that you're a bad father, or are you just basically saying that you're depressed?
Both.
And that you think you're a bad father, but you're really not.
That maybe, despite the fact that we both have some flaws, we could, I don't know, travel, get to know each other, maybe? Maybe run into Junior at some point in time?
Well, if you two have the exact same DNA as making the other Layton, I would probably be the exact same as the other Layton. Or similar.
Maybe.
By the way, what happened to the other Layton? It was like, did he come with you?
No.
So, like, he's somewhere out there.
No, he's erased from existence. That's why I feel guilty.
Of this dimension. He must be in another dimension. Because you know there's tons of different dimensions. And he's in at least one of them because there are multiple different dimensions. So if I wasn't created, like the dimension that we're in is the one that I was created. There's another one, the other Layton that's created.
You don't understand. You see, my time changed to this one, and there's no going back. So yes, I could find a version of him that still exists, but he still won't be my Layton. Like, he'll look like him, but he won't exactly be mine unless he was... Don't worry, son. I will teach you the mechanics of time travel. Before you leave me, once you're old enough and I decide that you should travel by yourself, you will understand everything there is about time.
How did you even build this?
I didn't. You know the story. My father stole the TARDIS and ran away. Your grandfather, and then when he died, I inherited the TARDIS.
What does this do?
Technically, this is stolen, but the Time Lords don't try to pursue us because, well, we're on their good side.
Basically, how do you control this thing?
We're gonna travel right now. We're actually going to do something. I've decided what your punishment's gonna be for not telling me that was you. So, since I acknowledged I'm a bad father, and you acknowledged that you shouldn't have withheld information from me about you being Layton, we are going to fight each other in a death battle. Not a real death battle, don't worry, it's going to be a simulation where one of us is going to be in one location, the other is going to be in a different location. We're going to try and kill each other via traps.
Are we gonna be in like flying mode, like creative?
No, we're gonna be in survival inside a simulation, so don't worry, we're not actually dying for real, but it's more like that. So, let's go.